Good Wednesday morning, everybody, from the home office of the First Defense Doppler 3 Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Austin Onek. As of right now, a breezy, chilly, and wet morning across the Mid-South, clearing into later on tonight. But as of right now, we've got plenty of rainfall out across the area and looking at even more activity coming our way into the rest of the morning. Looking at the area in and around portions of the Mid-South, you can see the green indicating rainfall and white indicating snow up to around the purple colors. So St. Louis, Arnold, Herculaneum, Cape Girardeau, back up to around Kennett, and Zenith reporting again some pretty good amounts of rain mixed with snow. Most of the activity in the north central Arkansas and into around much of southeastern Missouri, but some of that's starting to show up in parts of the rest of the News Channel 3 viewing area. The interactive radar page from News Channel 3 showing some of that activity around the area of Middleton, Walnut in Mississippi, and around the Pattersonville area, Somerville and south there, changing into a rain-snow mixture right back around the area just north of Chalabine and also around Canaan, picking up some of that activity. Now, around much of the rest of the Mid-South, again, we're not seeing too much out there in the way of anything falling down and sticking. Mountain Home, Cherokee Village, back down to around just to the north and east, or north and west of Jonesboro this morning, starting to get some of that activity of rain mixed with snow, and more of that taking place north of the Mid-South, back up north of the Boot Heel, Missouri, southeast Missouri, and into around portions of southwestern Illinois and southwestern Kentucky this morning. All that moving its way to the east-northeast and moving out of the picture as we go throughout the rest of the morning hours. Do have a decent amount of breeze out there across the Mid-South area. We're showing again the wind gusts in red, and looking at wind gusts in and around the Memphis metro area of about 30 miles per hour this morning. So we are picking up some pretty decent amounts of breeze out there. 30 mile per hour wind gusts reported around the West Memphis, Arkansas area. 30 mile per hour wind gust reported at Olive Branch this morning, and seeing again 20 mile per hour wind gust up around the Millington area this morning. So some pretty up around, Gilt Edge in Tennessee this morning. So wind gusts of 20 to near 40 miles per hour across much of the Mid-South area. 39 mile per hour wind gusts reported at the St. Francis River at Lake City weather recording station there, and wind gusts in the upper teens to upper 30 mile per hour range across much of northern areas of Mississippi. So we are seeing some fairly breezy winds out across the area, and temperatures dropping into the mid to upper 30s. Rain on the camera lens of the Cotton Exchange camera downtown Memphis, and some pretty breezy winds out across much of the rest of the Mid-South. Those raindrops on the camera lens at Baptist Memorial Hospital in DeSoto and South Haven, looking off toward Horn Lake, I-55, and Goodman Road this morning, covered over by some wet conditions. Likewise, in Germantown this morning, some scattered showers, dropping some rain on the camera lens. A little bit of clearing off to the west, but not by much for this morning, and starting to see some traffic finally picking back up at St. Francis and Cordova along Germantown Parkway, just south of Interstate 40. Very breezy winds as well. You can notice the flag at St. Francis standing pretty straight out for this morning, and looking at more winds out across the area. Not much in the way of golf going on this morning at Windeye Country Club in Memphis on the WeatherBug camera there. Lack of golfers for this morning, and plenty of showers around Ole Miss and Oxford. So a wet start to the classes as we go into around Wednesday morning. Our latest storm system is wrapping up and heading out of the picture, but around this system, which has got a very deep low with it. This is, again, a very strong system. Winds wrapping around this very easily and getting into some winds of around 30, 40 miles per hour as the storm system clears the area. We'll be looking for clearing skies out there, but some of the snowfall could again wrap around and head directly into parts of the Mid-South area as we go throughout portions of the rest of the morning. Still looking at the possibility of more of these snow showers taking place, mainly north of the Mid-South, but some of that could wander into around Dyersburg, Ripley, Tennessee, over to around the Jackson area, over toward Parker's Crossroads, I-40, and just to the west of Nashville as we get into the rest of the day into this evening. Clearing into later on tonight as dry air makes its way on through by about midnight and into early tomorrow morning, and then clearing skies continue into around Friday. High pressure and control keeping things a little bit on the cool side, but as we get into Friday night, high pressure down to our south moves to the east, and that's going to bring warmer conditions into the Mid-South, so that'll be feeling a little nicer in the area as this latest storm system rockets on up toward the Canadian Maritimes, and we start seeing some improved conditions across the Mid-South, but that storm system could cause some headaches, some slowdowns, things like that. So if you're heading anywhere north and east of here, looking to be a lot better where we are, but not quite so much in the Appalachians and up into New England. So something to keep in mind there over the next few days and over the next several hours especially. Now, chances of snow at this point in time, we're looking at about maybe 1 to 2 inches or so into northeastern Arkansas, the Boot Heel, northwestern Mississippi County in Arkansas, and much of the hill country of northeastern Arkansas, north and west of Jonesboro, up to the Missouri-Arkansas state line. So it could be some problems there. But beyond that, should not be looking at anything else. The severe weather threat has ended at this time, and looking also at some fairly chilly conditions into the rest of the area for today. High temperatures today will not be as high as yesterday, mid to upper 40s across much of the Mid-South area, and then clearing areas of rainfall will be heading our direction, getting the rainfall out of here as we go toward dinner time and midnight later on tonight. Maybe some more snow showers, but that should be about it. Low temperatures tonight, let's get back to that for a second, back into the lower to mid 30s, and looking at high temperatures tomorrow, only back again in the mid to upper 40s to lower 50s, just a bit below normal for this time of the year. Winds out of the west-northwest into tomorrow, breezy at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Could be some wind gusts topping 20 miles per hour as we get into and around Thursday. And looking at Thursday night, low temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s under mostly clear skies, getting some clearing skies in here, hopefully some good stargazing weather going on there. And by Friday, temperatures again back in the upper 40s to around the lower 50s or so, with little, if anything, in the way of breeze being reported. Some pretty normal winds coming up as we go into Friday. Skywarn training continues as we go into tomorrow, Thursday. McNairy County at Lakeview Baptist Church in Selmer, Tennessee, 877 West Cherry Avenue. That'll be Thursday the 25th at 6:30 p.m. Contact on that, Mr. J. Poindexter. Phone number and email listed there if you'd like to know anything more about these area locations for training from the National Weather Service. Great opportunity to learn more over what to look for when severe weather hits, how to behave and react before, during, and after severe weather. So a good opportunity to see all this. The one for Memphis coming up on the 22nd of March. That's a Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, at 7 p.m. at Lord of Life Lutheran Church, 6865 Poplar Pike. Mr. Joe Lowenthal, ham radio operator, licensed Whiskey Alpha 4, Oscar Victor Oscar. That's also his email address, wa4ovo@gmail.com. If you'd like to ask anybody questions about this, the point of contacts are listed in the far right-hand column. These usually last about an hour and a half. They are a good opportunity to learn more about what to do for severe weather and how to get ready for stuff like that. And Skywarn in the Mid-South, the National Weather Service, and local media and law enforcement depend on Skywarn volunteers to spot for severe weather. And you can get trained to be a Skywarn spotter for free. It's all paid for by your tax dollars here at these locations. So if you'd like to see this, head to our website and we'll have more information about that, or go directly to the National Weather Service in Memphis at srh.noaa.gov/MEG, or just go to weather.gov, click on the Mid-South area. It'll take you to the National Weather Service homepage in Memphis. Scroll down to the Skywarn section in the left-hand scroll head menu, and then click on the Skywarn training schedule. You can get more information there. More details about the weather forecast and all kinds of other neat things at my Facebook page at facebook.com/AustenOnick, Also available at twitter.com/AOnick_WREG if you'd like to see a little bit more about what's going on across the Mid-South, including the Beale Street Music Festival, getting some good information there. Some great groups coming, including Bare Naked Ladies, a lot of others right there, including Paul Simon. Wish we could get John Hyatt to come back at some point in time. Doesn't look like that's going to be happening at this point, but a number of other great groups coming this year to the Beale Street Music Festival, April 29th through May 1st, so a great opportunity to see more there. And also don't forget about dropping by my Google Plus page at Austin Onik, WREG meteorologist, if you'd like to see more at that time. Questions, concerns, ideas, complaints, if absolutely and totally necessary, send them to me at austin.onek@wreg.com, and we'll do what we can to help you on that. That's a wrap up for this edition of News Channel 3 Weather Overtime. I'm meteorologist Austin Onek. Thanks for joining me for the latest edition of our weather blog, and stay tuned for more with News Channel 3's Todd Demers on live at 9 and noon today, and Tim and Jim will have your forecast into later on this afternoon, this evening, starting on News Channel 3 first at 4 and going through News Channel 3 at 10 tonight. And don't forget to check out everything we've got at wreg.com/weather. From the home office of the First Defense Doppler 3 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Austin Onyx. Stay tuned for more coming up on News Channel 3 on air and online.